This is the morning shift.
Shift Nation, we have the one and only, the actual Jordan on the couch today. Almighty Paki, please. Here to talk about an important event coming up this weekend in Tamaki Makaurau in Auckland, but also just all that kind of kaupapa. It's the fun run for autism at Bruce Pulman Park. So, bro, we got you on the show to just talk about that. And also, I know you from dancing back in the days. You're a little bit younger than me, but I remember being a little bit of a gun. I was like, oh, lucky I don't have to do varsity and go up against them because coming through. But how are you, bro?
Good, bro. And I just want to say thank you guys for having me on. And like morning shift is massive. So a little bit of nervous, but yeah.
No, brother.
Yeah, massive thank you. And yeah, I remember you from dances.
Bro, tell us, because he doesn't tell us about
Nah.
that. Bro, there's a side of Jordan that we don't know, bro. We know Jordan 20 and older.
I got the history book.
We might have to talk after this.
Those days, bro, it was crazy. Like, I guess I've seen, a lot of the stuff you've been doing. So I think everyone who's been involved in the dance scene in those days and sort of seen how everyone sort of done their thing has been cool. But are you still dancing at the moment?
Nah, when I stopped, bro. That was it. That was done. That ship sailed. But I definitely wish these guys and just even young people growing up these days got to be in that era, eh?
Yeah.
Because it was like, you got served for real, bro.
Sunny sorted us out.
Walking through. Beat all these guys. But obviously, autism is something close to your heart. And could you just give us a little background of your story, bro, and also why this event is important for us because we're going to be there?
Hey, legends. For me, autism is so important. My son's autistic, so I got 3 kids, and yeah, 2 of them don't have autism, but my middle child does. So it's been like a massive learning curve, bro. To be honest, like when I sort of first was learning about it through my son, like I was sort of the first to recognize it, and I was just like, man, what is this like type of behavior he was doing? Because it was a little bit weird, and it was difficult, and there was all these like mixed emotions. And I think when you're a dad, you have like aspirations for your son. So
absolutely,
I had like all these sort of goals, and I grew up, without a father, like solo mother, through like state housing, and never got to meet my grandfather. So when I had my son, it was just like I had all these like, I'm gonna give him like this and everything, and gonna go to his rugby games, that sort of buzz.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, sort of like when he was 3 years old, he started doing some just weird type of movements and stuff, and I just remember telling my wife, and she was like, "Oh, don't speak like that. It's just a phase." And then I ended up telling my mom, and same thing. And then my uncle, same thing. They're like, you don't need to speak like that about your son. But I think I just had that connection with him and sort of knew something was a bit different. And then it wasn't until the daycare, bro, they were like, "Oh, you guys might want to get him checked or something." They didn't say what, but they were like, "Yeah, maybe get him checked." And that's sort of how it all began. And once he got diagnosed with autism, we had like, it was a weird feeling because you have this like real like sad and sorrow and love at the same time. But I think once we got over that phase, I was just like, gee, I'm all in, like what's happening in the autism scene. And
absolutely,
this is sort of like 3 years later. This is our 3rd run for autism. So I was just one of those like hearty dads, bro, like keen to try and do everything we can to I guess raise awareness. Like that word gets thrown around, but I think it's more so like education. Like just a lot of people don't really, like myself, before I had my son, like I didn't really know what autism was. So yeah.
100%. I love the real way that you speak about it, because I think even around anything we'd always like want to be aware and not say the wrong thing, but I suppose it's an adjustment as a father, eh?
Yeah.
And what has been that journey for you like at the moment, like opening your heart, your capacity, your mind to all of this stuff? Like, how's it been?
It's been like, to be honest, behind the scenes, I think in the front, like what everyone sees, it looks pretty cool and stuff, but behind the scenes, bro, it's been crazy because I'm still a father myself of an autistic child, and there's a whole lot of complexities, especially in New Zealand, when it comes to like the support and stuff. And I'm just like a realist, bro. I just, say it how it is. And I think my biggest thing is just that whole awareness and education part. But personally, like if I was to take my head off as a founder and CEO and of this charity, and bro, it wasn't a dream of mine. Like I sort of just put a video out, and I was keen to chat with like 1 or 2 dads. That was the goal, like 2.5 years ago, and pretty much from that video that I put out,
Called traction.
yeah, like our mainstream media were just on my back, like we need to interview you, and we ended up creating like a documentary with TVNZ.
Amazing.
Was going on like every news and different podcasts, but behind the scenes, I'm still like trying to navigate it as well. So
Absolutely.
it was pretty hard, and my wife and I, like, that was probably the hardest times. Like, we've been married for 12 years, but I don't think I'll forget those sort of founding era of what we've got. And we've gone on to do like international events, like in Tokyo and Utah and Sydney, and just heaps of cool stuff. But I think a lot of people see like sort of where you get to, but they don't see sort of how we got there. And that was the hardest part, bro. I was trying to balance the marriage, and then my other daughter, like my oldest kid.
Everyone's getting time, and everyone's getting love, and
yeah. So it was pretty crazy, but yeah, just whatever I can do, bro. I'm just always passionate about that space.
What's something because I don't know about this. You know, I'm learning a little bit more. But what is something for us to be aware of? Like, let's say if a sibling had or we have our own children that might have autism, or a close friend has a child with autism. How do we fill that space and that gap to educate ourselves, to be aware, to, you know, have more capacity and what they might be needing, or what they might need to hear, or like, what's your thoughts on that?
I think from a guy's perspective, bro, like, it's just good to get out, like catching up with my boys and stuff, and they're always just chatting about, you know, what it's like and that sort of stuff. But I think in a general public sense of space, autism's tricky, bro, because it's not a physical disability. They call it like a invisible disability. So it's hard, like, because I'm like sort of on both sides of the spectrum. Like, my 2 daughters don't have autism, but my son does. A lot of the autistic kids often get judged, which is, I don't like blame the parents that see it, because I definitely understand the thinking behind it. But because autism is not a physical disability, it's easy to look at a kid. Like, there was a kid in I think it was Hamilton McDonald's a few years ago that, like, it's called like sometimes they have meltdowns and they need to release that like type of energy. But in public, it just looks like straight disrespectful. Yeah. So there was like an island guy that like threw him off the table and threw him outside. But he was actually just trying to regulate, because it could be out of it. Like, if someone with autism was here, like, these lights could be too much sensory for them, or if there's like loud music. But then again, you're sort of battling this, like, you can't see the disability. So it's a weird spectrum, bro. But it's I think just in general, probably the thing, if everyone could understand, is try not to judge so quick, because you never know. It can be very hard to take your kid out. So a lot of these kids are having to stay at home, which is why we're so big on trying to create more activations and that sort of stuff. And
that awareness. So for us as public, if we are seeing this, we mind our business, you know, or like, you know, show some care, show some support. Don't give the eyes. Understand.
Yeah.
You know, because I can empathize with that completely. Like, even from like, I used to, on a plane, even if a kid was crying, I used to look and be like, bro, sort your kid out. Then I had kids, and suddenly I was looking at people like, are you looking at them? Like, so it just changes instantly, once it's your experience. 100%. But yeah, I mean,
Jordan, can I just ask? I mean, I come from a family that, and first of all, your story was so heartwarming. Even the cadence in which you speak, bro, and how your understanding and how you've had to move is really heartwarming. So thank you for sharing that with us. Mine comes from a very basic background. I know as a family, our family home was offered up to parents of kids who had autism, and we would have kids stay over for the weekend or something, so that the other family members could, you know, and it was a learning process for me. But the one thing that's really hit me in my heart as of late, and I think it's trending worldwide, and this could be a silly thing to say, and so I'm tiptoeing here, but is Love on the Spectrum, of the Netflix show that has like, and it's made me realize the gift that can come with autism as well. The real kind of pureness to some of the people, and it's also made me understand the different things that can affect people with autism. That was some of my biggest takings away from it. Obviously, it's a TV show, so whether we take it with a grain of salt or how you as a parent of a kid with autism would consume it differently to me is entirely, up for debate. But I've found that now I'm following some of the people who have been on that show. Now I'm really invested and interested in, and now I kind of have a much warmer, I guess, understanding and want to understand more about autism because of that TV show. Have you heard people talking about it? Is that something that you're giggling now, so maybe I've gone on the wrong way, but what's your thoughts on it? And that it's obviously, it is bringing awareness to what autism is to a certain extent.
Yeah, bro, I love the question, and I'm just having a little giggle, bro, because I only could watch like 10 minutes because I started to go into like, I hope my son can get there, and I was like getting real emotional, and I was like almost gonna cry because I think that's like just every parent's like dream is just making sure that they're gonna be okay. So yeah, bro, I only watched like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, I could feel the waterworks, but I think if anything, like that's amazing, and I really hope like my son can be on a show like that one day. Like he's handsome as he's definitely got his looks from his mum. Not me. But yeah, I love those types of like, because awareness doesn't have to, like it could be in any way. So Love on the Spectrum definitely like touches the hearts of a lot of people and does education in another way. And I think that's amazing. But yeah, just for me, like if we could cut this part out. No. Yeah, bro, I was like actually just gonna cry, bro, and I could only watch like 10 minutes before it started getting a little bit more Love on the Spectrum.
Bro,
yeah.
I love that. Can you, because I can hear it in your voice, and I'd like to hear more about your boy. Can you tell us about him? And because I can hear that gentle, protective, empathetic dad. I can hear all of that, but I would love to hear more about your son.
Oh, he's so handsome. He's such a good looking boy, and he's 7 years old, bro. His name's Storm. I named him Storm. I think I was playing Fortnite too much during the lockdown, but I really wanted like a strong name as well, like just something strong for him. And yeah, he's 7. He's most people know it as like non-verbal, but he doesn't say any type of words. So communication is more like frequency between me and my son. It's like sort of that like vibration, sort of buzz, and even though we don't communicate like in speaking, like it's always like a feeling, which is hard as well, because especially when he goes through a lot of hard times, like there's a lot of stuff that he misses out on. Even for me, like I own a dance company called Express Yourself, and he just always wants to have a jam, but it's just like there's a lot of times I've had to like pull him away, and he looks at me in the eyes, and he's like, I can see he's saying like, why, Dad, or like, why I want to do this type of stuff too. So there's a whole lot of that stuff, but I would say like frequency is the best way, and he does like a lot of stuff. He's a daddy's boy, bro. Yeah, he's always wanting to come with me and do stuff, and I'm always doing like a lot of stuff. And yeah, if it's like building, I don't know, like like typical dad, you just, partner says like, oh, can you fix this or do this? He's always trying to like help it.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, he's trying to do that. But the reality is there's so many limitations for him, which is sad for me, because I'm always taking my daughter to like netball trainings and dance trainings, and it's just like no sort of limits. But with my son, it's just like, like I'm always having to say like, oh, sorry, son. And like, even though he doesn't respond back physically, I know that he understands. Yeah, I know that he understands. But it's, that's scary as well, because sometimes he could be having a meltdown, but it's as simple as like his toy like fell under this area, and he's like crying, but because he can't get those words out or like say what he needs. That sort of stuff.
How exhausting is that, bro? Like,
that's exhausting.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even.
It's exhausting because like he's also like a runner. So like runners, bro, they just go. So I was like, I created this thing called Awesome Reconnect, which is like a QR code connected to kids. So like we printed on their clothing, and I went on
Wow.
I went on TEDx to like talk about it.
Really?
Yeah, because they were like, we seen this, and I was like, because I'm like a solutions dad, like anything I can do. So he is a runner.
Wait, so you made that?
Yeah.
You made it?
Yeah. So I made we started our own clothing brand called Awesome Kids, and like it's wanted in like 14 countries. And
Wow.
our first like 2 hours of like when we went live, we done like 5K in sales, and
Wow.
I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like no stock or anything. So that's been a learning curve. But yeah, TEDx invited me to speak there, and it was more so just about the QR, like our QR code. So he went missing one time with my mother-in-law. Police found him. They like have no idea. Like imagine like a kid that can't speak. Like bro, what the heck? So that happened to him, and I was like, bro, but I need to do something about it. So I was like thinking hard out, like what can I do? And I was like, sort of like, oh, bro, what if there was a QR code we could print on his clothing, and then you scan the clothing
Straight to
with a message, like this is the message says like autism awareness. If you see me alone, like please scan my QR code, and then you can like, so you get 3 contacts on there, so you can contact like me, my mother-in-law, my wife. If you can't get a hold of us, so you can call us right away. But if you can't, there's like a custom message, so you can like write a message, and then we'll go to all 3 of us, say like, hey, we've got your son here. And it's also got like a little blurb about him, like his name, that he can't respond to you if you try to talk to him, and just how to keep him safe. So like different kids have different messaging. So like if you scan it, there's some might say like just don't go near him, or near her, or there's the different stuff. So I was on there earlier this year, and it was for that, bro. So
I see, like, you know, just the we're all dads, you know. So I think the our father's heart's pretty activated during this conversation, and I could only imagine like the feeling of this frequency that you have a son, and the mission you have to make the world as safe as you can, because you know, you probably think of if you're not around one day, or so what a great chat to have, and to try and be a little bit more aware, and that we can all try and help you do that, like because it's not something that, you know, you're right, it's like we all know it, we all have heard it way more than we were back in the days, and it's like you can feel like it's talked about more, but just putting myself in those shoes, I can see why you're trying to do this, bro, because if we can make these spaces more aware and more safe, then obviously that's going to help, right? So going into that, like, what's the fun run for, and how can we get around and support Shift Nation? If you're in Auckland,
come along,
wake up, we're gonna be there. So it's this Saturday.
This Saturday. So it's at 9 a.m. at Bruce Pulman. We normally do this like worldwide, but I was like, man, I just want to execute what's happening here, because last year was getting pretty crazy, and we were supposed to be in like 10 countries. I was meant to be in Dubai, but very lucky, thank the Lord. But so this Saturday it's happening, and for the last 2 years, bro, we've actually been running it to help pay for kids' speech therapy for like the last 2 years. But
Awesome.
This year I'm like, man, I honestly, like one session for one kid's $150. So this year it's just real, and we're getting bigger, bro. So last year we had like 3,000 people attend the run, and I'm like, okay, this year we're a charity, like we got to have like the proper stuff. Like, you got to get the permits and security and all that stuff started adding up, and so I was like, this year we'll just make it around awareness, and whatever sort of money that we're getting in, like make sure that the event is covered, and anything else we can like sort of decide afterwards. But it's just all about awareness. It's just good for like a lot of parents to get out and bring their kids. Like a lot of these families, bro, they just, I understand as well, but a lot of them are like too whakamā to come out, bro, or too afraid, or there's so much like mental issues around it.
Even more so for Māori Pacific, right? Because we like, it's like we're silent without like we gotta be, you know how it is. Like you can't rock the boat or anything like that. So I'm with you on that. I hear you.
And just shout out to my wife as well. She's a strong wahine, bro, from Ngāpuhi. She's pretty ruthless with that.
Northern girls, bro. Like, I got one of them. Like, strongest.
Don't rock the boat. But yeah, she's hearty, bro. Like she'll just say it how it is. There, you got an eye problem, but for me, I'm like, there's a park over here. I'll get you a chocolate.
Fix your eyes right now.
Yeah, she's ruthless. But yeah, it's happening this Saturday, and grateful to have like on board, like Elvis. And, the team. We got Tank coming through with some juice and that sort of stuff.
9 a.m. Bruce Pulman Park.
Yes, 9 a.m. Bruce Pulman
So get there around 8:30 so that it's okay. Okay, cool.
Do your warm ups, do your stretches.
Can you walk?
Bro, I only walk. Yeah, I'm not a runner like Elvis. So I was aiming to run it this time, and it's a loop, so you're always walking past the base. So there's hard out, so you can do like one loop, which is like 3K, and then you have the hard out guys that do like 3 loops non-stop.
And you can bring a donation if you'd like to. Or or you donate to do it. Yeah,
you can also to register.
Paywave?
It's $30.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got like tickets through our social media pages. There's like a link in the bio and stuff.
There'll be a link in the bio of this episode, guys. All right. We'll also share on our socials on how to do that, so that we can, even if you can't make, you can support as well. That's us.
Amen. That's us.
Thank you for coming in, bro.
Thank you for the chat,
Thank you
bro.
for having me.
Oh, man.
And we've got to get you on again.
This is The Shift. The Shift.
Go home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home.
The Morning Shift.
I'm going to make him an offer he can with you.
The Shift.
I love you.
This is The Shift.